Guys, Oracle just reported. We're getting to get you those numbers right now, but they're up 5% after hours. But guys, today was a turnaround day. It started out strong, not strong, but they were up there. Then all of a sudden, tank. I don't know what happened. I don't pay attention to the news very much in investing because I don't want to distract myself. But there's a lot of volatility going on here. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of protests coming up this weekend against Trump for all the stuff that's going on with ICE. I get it. There's a lot of stuff going on with that. But remember, guys, in the short run, stocks are a voting machine. In the long run, they're a weighing machine. All this stuff doesn't matter in the short run. We've talked about this countless times on this channel. You have to have a long-term approach. And when things are going poorly, the short-term story is going to feel very gross and ugly. And the numbers will look gross and ugly in the short run. The question is, what's going to happen in the long run? Are these companies going to do better 20, 30, 40 years from now? But more importantly, can you pay a reasonable price today that factors in that future growth? Now, you might sit there and say, Paul, 20 years from now is so long. I know. But stick to ETFs. And then with extra money, if you want to buy individual companies that look promising because they're selling at very good prices relative to the stock analyzers that you put in there, marrying the story with the numbers, then you can do very, very well. Oh, wow. Oracle is now up 7% after hours. They've absolutely crushed it. Here are the numbers. Estimate of 15.58 billion in revenue. They reported 15.9. That's a big 2% crush. That's big. Earnings per share of $1.64 estimate. They reported $1.70. Oracle. I love Larry Ellison because Larry Ellison has given a lot of money to Michigan to bring Bryce Underwood into town. He flipped Bryce Underwood because his 87th wife graduated from the University of Michigan in like 2012 or 13, and he's a billion years old, and she graduated from Michigan in 2012. And they, along with David Portnoy, came together to flip Bryce Underwood, a Michigan boy, back from LSU to the University of Michigan. We're hoping to beat that team in Columbus that Tim loves for the 5th year in a row. It's going to be in Michigan. We'll see what happens. But either way, I'm glad because now this gives us more money to go take on more stars with NIL back to Michigan. So there's some story I just heard about right now that was happening. This guy who's going to be Fed chair next. Supposedly he's the one that punched Elon Musk. Guys, I just heard this for the first time. I have no idea if this is true or not. This is part of the reason I don't pay attention to the news, but I really, really pray that this news is true because I love drama like that. So anyhow, this is Oracle. Oracle just reported June 11th, 2025, GAAP earnings per share, $1.19, non-GAAP $1.70, which we reported. Total revenue up 11%. Guys, you know how hard that is for a company of this size? They're absolutely crushing it. Cloud revenue up 27%. Cloud infrastructure up 52%. Cloud application up 12%. I don't know what Fusion Cloud is, but it's up 22%. NetSuite revenue, I mean, everything is up. Fiscal year 2025 revenue up 8%. This is absolutely incredible. They know. Oh, I forgot they moved to Austin. I forgot about that. Did you remember that, Tim? Mm-hmm. I forgot they moved to Austin. Another big FU to the state of California. And Gavin Newsom is out there getting ready to run for president. And all of a sudden, he cares about the laws of the country. He didn't care when he was infringing on everybody's rights to during COVID, but that's okay. We won't mention that. Good old Gavin. GAAP operating income was $5.1 billion. A non-GAAP was $7 billion, up 5% and 4%. Not a ton, but it was there. Guys, what I love is about earnings releases is it doesn't talk about what was expected. Remember, these are short-term results. What's important is to say, okay, what does the future look like? Because you're buying a company based on its future. Now, you should look at its past, in my belief, to sit there and say, how good did they run the business? Because if you're running the business well here, if the future could be very similar. Competent people stay competent. Incompetent people tend to stay incompetent. But I look at Oracle, this is a company that's been around for a long time. Larry Ellison, even though he's 84, looks like he's 65 or 60. Have you seen Larry Ellison? Have you seen this guy, guys? This guy looks incredible. Now, of course, he is probably having lots of surgery done. But this guy right here is freaking 80-some years old. How old is he? What does it say? It'll say something. He looks real good. Look at this guy. He's like 82 years old or something. Incredible. This is good looking stuff right here. All right, let's go back to the press release. My man crush is over right here. Now, guys, of course, they're going to have a conference call at 4 p.m. Central Time, which is 5 p.m. Eastern, which is in 39 minutes. In this call, They're going to mention AI 4,787 times. More power to them. They're going to guide on things. We could see a big change in their after hours movement based on this call. That happens a lot. If all of a sudden they came out and said, listen, this year is not looking good. We all of a sudden had turnaround in the last month. It's been terrible. It's been awful. Things are going to be bad. Expect the stock to plummet. But right now it is still up 6.75%. What is the all-time high for Oracle? Oracle's all-time high, $198 back on December 9th of last year. So about 6 months ago, it was $198. Okay. So what's Oracle worth to us? Well, this is what we got to figure out. Let's go to analyst estimates and see what they're saying revenue growth will be. Oh my God. Look at this revenue growth. For a company this size, 7%, 14, 18, 17, 17. They're expecting revenue to double in the next 5 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I counted well. Good for me. That's a lot of growth. Let's go to stock analyzer tool. Let's pull up Oracle. Let's see what I did for the next 10 years. I went a lot lower. So let's go with 5, 8, and 11% revenue growth. Profit margin, 21, 23, and 25. It's been pretty consistently 21. Let's go 20, 22, and 24. Free cash flow. Now their free cash flow is a lot higher in the last 10 years, but in the last 5 years, it's been lower. So I'm going to stick with the same number. They've probably increased their CapEx significantly. The current PE is 41. Guys, I just don't believe that for a company like Oracle. But I'll give it 17, 20, and 23. And the reason being, you might be wondering, well, Paul, why'd you increase it? Well, it's still got great returns on capital. Still got good growth potential. It's got a lot of positives to it. And they really dominate the office software business, which is great for them. So, 117 is probably not appropriate. We're going to change that back to 17. So I don't think it's a 15 PE, even on the low side. I think you got to give them a premium along the way. And then finally, my 9% desired return. This has no margin of safety. You need margin of safety. If you just want 9 or 10%, put it in a freaking ETF and you'll get that over the next 30 or 40 years. So to buy companies individually, you got to have a margin of safety. How much? I don't know. Is 12% desired return enough? Maybe for some people. Some people might need 15%. I have no idea. There's a reason why I love the stock analyzer tool. I use it to start looking at companies, and if the price is reasonably close, I do a deeper dive. And then I fine-tune the numbers in my deeper dive and come back and finish with stock analyzer tool. It is a great way to marry the story and the numbers. The community is a great place to go talk to people. We were just launching a new thing called this community rating system where people are going to rate the stocks and they're going to be in each individual stock showing you what the ratings are, who holds them, and why they think that. Now, guys, we're trying to make this community and the software more exclusive. Right now, we allow people in on a term. We want good people. We want people who are long-term driven investors who want to think freely and have conversations. We don't want the opposite of that. We don't want people who are looking for stock picks that they expect results for in 1 or 2 months. If that's you, come join, because we're going to be making it more exclusive at some point in the future. I don't know when, but we're having this conversation now about even making an application process to get into the community. So check it out. I think it'll greatly change the way in which you look at money, but I hit the analyze button on this company. Boom. I have a low price of 75, high price of 175, middle price of 115. It's just too expensive for me. It is way too high for me. Even if I make these, even on the rosiest assumptions, I'm still not having enough for my margin of safety. So I'm just going to hold out a little bit and wait a little bit longer and go find a better opportunity. Thank you for your time. How long was that one?
We had 11:22, but